Hello there, Libra. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your mid-May tarot reading. So this is a general reading, and it'll be good from now until mid-June. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, Libra, let's get into your reading. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. I think you've had this before. It's this energy of something is, coming into your energy field, into your aura, a situation. I'm getting a sense that there is some heart to heart conversation coming up, which is a little bit different than your past energy. But I feel like this situation, this person approaches you, calls you up, wants to have a conversation with you, and it's kind of out of the blue. It takes you a little bit by surprise. And with this think on your feet, it's about letting you know that spirit is coming in. The fox spirit in particular is coming in to help you to have clarity at that time, to be able to choose the words that you really want to choose. It's one of those senses that, you will be able to have the conversation, express your feelings, your emotions with this person, and not have one of those situations where you hang up the phone and then you're sitting there going, oh, I wish I had said. Have you ever had one of those situations? I feel like you are going to handle this situation very well. It's almost as if you may have even been rehearsing what you might say if this person ever called, and it could be, it's not necessarily somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. I feel like, it really is this conversation where somebody just out of the blue, even it could be a person that you're still getting along with well or something, but they come and they have a truth to declare, or they're, I feel like this person may be wanting to go in a different direction than you. And there may be a conversation about that. So let's see. Regeneration. Okay, that's why I was getting it. There's an energy. Somebody is coming in. I feel like they're expressing their feelings. I think that you and this person have already gone in separate ways, and now they are coming back. They, want a second chance with you. Really interesting energy. I feel with this fox spirit, there is a sense on your part of when they call, I'm getting like a tight feeling in my heart space, as if this has been a very painful situation. And, it's kind of like you have this a moment where it's kind of like, should I just lash out and tell this person exactly what I'm thinking? But with the fox spirit here, I feel like you're going to have patience. You're going to be able to temper, to choose your words wisely, to not just blurt out your feelings. You're going to take your time in this situation. You may have a moment where it's kind of like you completely clam up, because it's like you don't want this person to know how painful this situation has been for you. So you clam up initially, and then you're going to find your voice and be able to express your energy. It's interesting because my entire energy, as when I first started, it was kind of this really fast-paced type of energy, and now it's kind of like this calm energy. I feel like even my pace has slowed down, and that's an indication of how I feel like this conversation is going to go. I feel it's going to be extremely emotional for you, intense at the very beginning. It's going to be a surprise. You're going to be caught off guard, right? Your emotions are going to well up. You're going to want to say things that you would regret, right? And so that's where spirit comes into play to say, okay, you're going to be okay. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to slow the pace of the conversation down so that you can be clear about what it is that you want to say. Because I feel, in a way, this is a turning point in your life. It's because no matter how, we'll go to the tarot to see how this conversation might go, but I feel as if no matter how this conversation goes, whether you decide to reunite with this person or you're like, no, goodbye, there's this sense of at least closure. There's a sense of coming into an understanding that you had the moment to say what it is that you wanted to say, and that you walk away knowing that you handled the situation very well, which is a really good feeling, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's see what your Moonology card is. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, this, we are now in the midst of a Mercury retrograde. Not surprised to see somebody coming back from the past. We have that until June 3rd. We also have the full moon in Scorpio on May 15th and 16th. So that's coming up in a couple of days. That's a very deep emotional type of energy, going deep, seeking out those feelings that we need to release in order to really do the deep cleaning of our emotions. And I feel as if this person is also feeling these tough energies that we have going on right now. But it's to help clear out this energy. The conversation helps both of you to be able to move on in whatever way that is, whether it's together or whether it's, in different directions. But it ends this tough cycle, because I feel as you haven't been able to say what you really wanted to say. There's I have this true deep sadness. And even if you may feel like you've totally healed it or something, I feel like with this retrograde and then the full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse season and everything, these deep emotions of sadness are going to well up. And it is somewhat of a trigger when this person calls or reaches out. It's kind of like, I feel like that's why I got that rush of emotion, because it's kind of like you may not even recognize in your day-to-day life how this still is playing out in your emotional field. So the nice thing is that I feel like this conversation, this situation is going to help end this tough cycle. You're going to have that opportunity to do that deep cleaning of the energies and be able to embrace whatever new cycle is going to be starting, because this is the end of a tough cycle. I feel like for some of you, this has been a very long and tough cycle, not just, a couple of weeks. I feel like, it is a difficult, I don't know why, but we have, 2 and 7 is 9, 4 and 6 is 10. I really feel like for some of you, it could be almost like a decade long of, dealing with this energy, dealing with these emotions. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. Let's get some more details for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Libra, you're showing up right in your own reading. Justice. I feel like you want harmony. You either want harmony with this person or you just want harmony within yourself. You want to be able to release these emotions, to bring your internal emotional bank, if you will, because she's kind of like sitting on top of, to me, it's always like a legal building or a bank, something like that, an institution, but bringing balance into this situation after a long time of just not knowing, is this ever going to, work out, come into fruition? The moon card is your subconscious fears. I feel like this energy, these emotions, this sadness is really deep. You've been able to heal a lot of it, and yet at the same time, there's almost like no sense of closure in this situation. So there's always that like deep longing within yourself about why this actually ended the way it did. Right? Because there was no perhaps conversation of, I wish you well. There was no reckoning, no reasoning. It could have been, a legal, separation. It could have been a divorce, but there was just all this unknowns about why it came to an end. There could have been some facts that why, but deep down, I don't feel like the person that you were dealing with was able to express their emotions. They're kind of a little bit, maybe, in a sense of power, kind of holding it all together. They held it all together. You may have been trying to chip away at their emotions, trying to figure out what was, underneath all of that exterior. They could have been very much in the business world, trying, concentrating on making money or making their way in the world. That perhaps they just weren't emotionally capable of having a relationship with you. But this has really been very much on their mind too. They have been having a hard time. I feel like maybe they have kind of come into somewhat of a spiritual awakening. They're awakening to their feelings that they were able to kind of like contain for a very long time. But at night, they're, during the day when they were busy at work or whatever, it was kind of like, they could keep their mind off of you, off of this situation. But at night, when the mind has nothing else to preoccupy it with, they were having sleepless nights trying to figure out, like, how do I get back with Libra? How do I find this balance? I feel like they had a lot of questions too, not really sure. And once again, I'm not saying that you did something in particular. I feel like this person, was the one that maybe made the decision, played the power card, if you will, in this relationship. It may have been the one that ended it, but they were not even really sure why they did it. Which I know, Libra, you're probably sitting there going, what? But sometimes, we can even make decisions ourselves that we're not really sure, why did I make that decision, right? And I feel as if they may have made it out of a sense of power or trying to control you in some way. It backfired on them. It didn't turn out the way that they thought it would. And now they're trying to figure out, how do they bring it back into balance? They want to end this tough cycle and start a new cycle. And they know that this is a pivotal moment for them. Whether you reunite or not with them, it's kind of this pivotal moment of understanding that there has to be some closure. The end has not actually happened emotionally. You may be physically apart, you may be somewhat mentally apart, but there's still an emotional, spiritual tie to this person. And they can feel it, and it's causing them a lot of distress. Yeah, look, they're attached. They're attached to thinking about the old times, the good times, There could have been, with the Devil card here, there could have been, issues that they didn't bring out when you were together. There could have been, I want to say, it's kind of like demons in their head, feelings of unworthiness, that they weren't worthy of you. They could have had addictions that they were hiding from you. This is the reason that they broke up with you, or they walked away from this relationship. This is the reason. You don't know perhaps what this is. You may have intuitive information. You may have kind of like glints or pieces, tidbits of information, but it's like you don't have proof of this. And I feel like when they walked away, they made you feel like you were the guilty party in some way. But I feel like they're going to come back. They're going to call you up. They know the only way that they can balance out almost like the karma in this situation, right, is to speak the truth, to tell you why it is that they walked away, what this devil energy is, whether it's an addiction, a lack of worthiness. It could have had something to do with a lack of worthiness, and that is one reason why they put so much emphasis on building their career, building their empire, because that was a sense of how they could make, they could bring worthiness to themselves. So let's get to the tarot. We have some interesting cards here. In your present energy, you have the Ace of Wands. This is somebody coming in, wanting a fresh start. And I feel like in a way you are ready for a fresh start. I'm not going to say you want a fresh start with this person, but it's interesting because I feel like you are on this cusp of wanting a fresh start in your life. Not necessarily with this person, but wanting a new fresh start. And it's kind of like this person comes in, it's almost like they can sense that you're ready for something new in your life. And it's like they either want to pull you back into a past type of energy, right? Before you do move on, or they want to move on into your next chapter with you, because we do have a World card. Can we end this past situation so that we can enter a new chapter together? Really strong energy here of, I feel like you are really ready for something new. And you've been doing that, Libra. You've been really kind of working on getting this fresh start. And so if nothing else, you do have that fresh start energy here. Okay, Five of Pentacles. This is them. They are missing you. They are feeling left out. Okay, so it's interesting because they have the Emperor energy. Where did my Emperor go? Here he is. Okay, and gender doesn't matter. They have the Emperor energy and you have the Empress energy. They see you as the Empress, and gender doesn't matter, so you can switch genders. But they see you as their true soul counterpart. They know that it's almost as if they can't have their empire unless they have you sitting with them. That they understand they can go and build all of these businesses or own all of these things, houses, fancy cars, whatever it is. They can have all of the 3D things, material things that they want in their life, but none of it means anything unless you are with them. You are their missing piece. And they really and truly want to work this out. They want to have a fresh start with you. We have the Ace of Wands twice. So the Ace of Wands is the energy of a fresh start, but there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of motivation on their part. I feel like there's a lot of motivation on their part in order to try to win you back over, in order to have this situation work out. Now, once again, I feel like it's interesting because I think they want a fresh start. You want a fresh start too, but it's kind of like, where do you want your fresh start, Libra? It may be something you want to think about before this conversation happens, Are you wanting a fresh start with this person, or are you wanting a fresh start in another area? This person definitely wants to have a fresh start with you. So here is your obstacle. Now, your obstacle is the thing that you are going to overcome over the next month. It's the Four of Wands. It's the happy family. It's the wedding card. It is the stability. It's something that you're seeking in your life, and I feel like that's why you are trying to build the first wand of the Four Wands here, right? You're trying to get this fresh start towards something that is stable for you. This is financial security, love, friends. It's happy family card. It's like everything coming together. This is something that you don't have, that you really and truly want, and you're trying to get a fresh start in order to build this. Now, the question is, do you want to build it by yourself or perhaps with somebody else, or do you want to build it with this person? I feel like this person is going to come in. They know that this is really important to you, Libra. You are the card of harmony. right? You like having harmony in your life. You like the symmetry of two and two, right? And I feel like, you're probably single at this time. There's only one wand here. You're looking to have some kind of a counterpart. You want two scales, and you want the two scales to be balanced. So I feel like they're coming in, and this is their card that they're going to play. You know, that they can't have the Four of Wands without you, that you are their counterpart. And you're sitting there in a position where you're also looking for that Four of Wands energy. You're trying to acquire in your life. It's something that you are inspired and motivated to work on, to go after. Once again, it doesn't mean with this person, but because you are trying to attract in a Four of Wands energy to you, I feel like this person is picking up on that energy, if that makes sense. It's like you're attracting in this person because they are wanting the same thing as you. It's just, do you want it with each other? So let's go ahead and clarify. One of the things about manifesting is, we attract like, right? Like attracts like in the world of the law of manifestation. And I feel like you both are in a position of looking for this type of energy in your life. You're both lacking it, and you're both seeking it at the same time. So it's kind of like the universe is bringing you together. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, Queen of Wands. Yeah, they see you as somebody that is creative, business savvy, attractive, a go-getter, outgoing. Everybody wants to be with the Queen of Wands, and they feel like you are the Queen of Wands. You're sitting here, in this Nine of Pentacles energy, going forward in your life. This is the single mingle card, right? The single lady card. Gender doesn't matter, but it's about being single, working on your career, having enough money to be able to go out and play and have fun with your friends. You're enjoying your life. Sure, you're in that energy of, I'm happy being single, but at the same time, as somebody came in riding on a white horse, right? A shining knight on a white horse or whatever, you would be happy to have this person come into your life, right? You're no longer justifying, fighting, fighting the energy of being by yourself. You may have fought that for a while, like truly missing having a companion in your life, and now you're a little bit in this energy of, okay, I'm fine by myself, but sure, I'd love to have somebody come into my life. I'd really like to have the Four of Wands energy. I'd really like to have somebody to build a happy home with me. I'm okay being single, but I really would like a counterpart. So your advice is, look at this, the Two of Cups. So we're going to clarify this. This is the energy of recognizing that your single days are numbered. I feel like you're ready for the single days to be over. You're ready for true love. So let's see what we have. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, the World card. Okay, we have all major arcana here. This is huge. I said this at the very beginning, that I had this feeling that this is a turning point in your life. Stepping into what it is that you truly, truly want. King of Swords, this is Aquarius energy, but it's also kind of your energy. It's air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Seeing the clarity, getting really clear about what it is that you may have to clear out of your life so that you can step into a world where you get all of your wishes fulfilled with the Nine of Cups energy. It's stepping into this energy of recognizing that it is time to bring in love. You have been single for a time. You've been happy there. You're okay with it. But now you're stepping into an energy. I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to pivot and look for true love in your life. About turning the perspective around. of looking at this past situation or looking at how you may view love relationships. You may be saying, Mary Sue, I am so over love. Every time I get into a love situation, my heart is broken. But it's about finding a different perspective about that, understanding that when we are in love, when we allow love to come into our life, when we open our hearts up to somebody else, we actually enter a different portal. We gain blessings, wisdom, understanding that we could never gain if we were not in love. And I feel as if the universe is saying, listen, Libra, it's time for you to love. Whether you want to go back and have love with this person, or if you want to go in a new direction, it's as if you step into this portal with all of these eclipses, the Mercury retrograde. You understand that without love, at the end of the night, you're by yourself, right? And you're longing to have this companion, to have somebody to sleep next to, right? To, look at how, the two flowers, the vines or the stems are wrapped around, I feel like there's this energy, this physical energy, this physical need, lusting. It's more than lusting, is it? It's just wanting to wrap your arms around somebody and to express your love for them. It's not, there's no energy here where you want just casual acquaintances. You want somebody that is committed to you, is wrapped around you, and you are wrapped around them. And you're finally seeing the perspective that when you have that special person in your life, that the sun really does come up. It's this energy of the sun is rising again for you in your love sector, that you're ready for a true love. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. You're ready for love, Libra. You've done the healing. You're ready. And the only way you can get to this Four of Wands energy is to embrace love, to open your heart up to somebody else. So let's see what the Four of Cups is. We have the energy of the Four of Cups here and the outcome, which is interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, Hermit energy here going within. So I feel like this person comes in. When you have this conversation with this person, or, the memories of this person come in really strongly. You may be dreaming about them a lot or something like that. This energy with the full moon in Scorpio and all of the eclipses and the Mercury retrograde, it's kind of like it puts you into this energy of, I have to go forward. I can't look in the past anymore. I really do need a fresh start. I need to move forward. I need to open my heart up to love. Whether it's with this person or not, you're kind of like, yeah, I can't sit like this anymore. If I sit like this, right? This is the discontented, disillusioned, just life is ho-hum, right? Type of energy. I can choose to go in a different direction. I can choose to persevere in the area of love, of seeking love, somebody that really cherishes me, somebody that loves, the way you laugh or the way, you do silly things, the way you eat ice cream. I don't know why they're saying that, but the way you eat ice cream is kind of like you want somebody to love all the quirkiness of you, that when, you're slurping your soup or whatever, they just think it's completely endearing. That's the word, endearing. Everything you do is endearing. Where I feel like in the past, the person that you may have been with made you feel like all of your little quirks were too quirky, And so there's this energy. I feel like this person is coming in and honestly saying, I miss how you slurp your soup. But, I miss, they're saying snoring. I feel like, I'm not saying you snore, Libra, but there's like this energy of, yeah, I even miss your snoring in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. I feel like your snoring was the music that used to put me to Sleep. That is really, that's pretty specific. But But yeah, I feel like you're coming into this energy of going within with the Hermit card. Oh, and the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. Okay, and we have the King of Swords. Going within and understanding that there is a long-term commitment on your path. It is something that you want. It is something that you are missing in your life. And it's time for the love to begin. Okay, once again, Libra, this is Gemini energy. It does not have to be a Gemini, but it is the energy of finding that counterpart, of understanding that it is a divine union. There's 3 people in this card. The third person is spirit. Understanding that spirit is bringing the two of you together. And as far as this person is concerned, you do have free will. I feel like this conversation helps you to open up to the idea of, it doesn't mean that you're reuniting with this person, right? But it opens you up to the idea of, you know what? I really do miss having someone in my life. I really do miss holding hands with somebody. I really miss watching movies and eating popcorn. I really miss having those, special little jokes that only the two of you get. Right? It's those conversations that you have with someone that is special. Understanding that there are things that only the two of you get about each other. And I feel like either the memories of this person or a conversation with this person helps you to realize, I'm ready. I'm really ready for love again. Wow, Libra, really nice energy. Really nice. Okay, so, how can I deepen my trust right now? Yeah, because I feel like, doing your readings over the last year or so, there, you have had this energy of, not quite ready to trust. I feel like that is part of this new fresh start. I'm ready to open my heart and I'm ready to trust again. So let's see what we have here. Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself, trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. And the trust is it's a foundational, it's root chakra, right? Because it does help us to feel safe and secure in our surroundings. When we lose trust in others, or we lose especially trust in ourselves, it can rock our world. And there's a lot of information out there about how to build trust within yourself. That's the first point. Before you even try to build trust with other people, is building trust with yourself. The number one thing is keeping commitments to yourself. So like if, you're trying to start a new exercise regime and you say, okay, I'm committing to myself that I will walk for 10 minutes a day or whatever you want to start, then it is about committing to that and trusting yourself to do it, but also understanding that that is how you build trust. When you keep your commitments to yourself, that helps you to build trust within yourself. And that is key before you can build trust in others. All right, out of the mess comes elegant order. I'm only laughing because I want to point out one of the things that they've been kind of showing me, and now I kind of get it. I was not really sure how I got it. Out of the mess. If you look at the branches of this tree, of course, the tree has been parched, burnt, it's the phoenix rising from the ashes. But look at the branches, how they're going in chaotic way, right? There's no rhyme or reason. They're just kind of like going in different directions and, it's gnarly. That's the word. They're gnarly, right? And then they were showing me this about how, these vines are so symmetrical, so wrapped around each other in such a lovely, loving symmetrical, clean, elegant way. The branches of this tree compared to the stems or the branches of these flowers. Out of this mess comes elegant order. That whatever has occurred between the two of you, that there is some elegant order to come out of it. And once again, you have free will. It doesn't mean you're reuniting with this person. I think some of you will. But even if you're not, what you're having is this opportunity to have a conversation or to finally release whatever you need to release so that you can take this messy, gnarly group of feelings, emotions, branches, and turn them into something that is in an elegant order that you can wrap your own head around, that you can understand, that you can kind of like put to rest in some way and open your heart to new love. Wow. Really, really beautiful, beautiful reading and beautiful energy. I'll have to say, I know you can't maybe feel the energy that I feel, but it is just seriously just a loving, calm, very natural, very, almost like that organic feeling of just knowing that this is the right path. Really, really lovely. Well, Libra, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But I do wish you so much love and light in this situation. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Know that Spirit is with you when the situation or conversation comes up, that you are being guided to help take something that is chaotic and bring a lot of elegance to it. All right, I'll leave it there. I do hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.